budding chefs out there in Cyberland. It's Shari, and I'm here at the fabulous Southfield Public Library in the lounge, getting ready for our fourth, can you believe it? Our fourth episode of Get Your Imagination Cooking. I'm so happy you're here with me for our final episode of the summer season. Please, if you haven't already, speaking of summer, you still got about a month left, southfield.readsquare.com. Over 200 adults, teens, and children have signed up. Help us keep that number going up. southfield.readsquare.com. Sign up today if you haven't already. And remember, you can come visit us curbside. It's real easy. You can go online and order up to 5 items per day per family. You can email us with your 5 items, or you can call me on the phone. I'll be on the desk tonight at 4. I'd love to hear from you, and we'll hold your books for 3 days. So with all that out of the way, it's time to get cooking. And today, in case hopefully you noticed it when I had the bar up, we're talking snacks. And we're talking one of my favorite snacks. Can you guess? I'll give you a hint. Pop, 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 pop. That's right. We're going to be flavoring our popcorn. We're going to be giving our popcorn a little more pop. But before we do that, I have a few housekeeping things to do. First of all, between my hat and my mask, you might be wondering, who is that? Is that Shari? It is. It's librarian Shari, and this is my everyday mask. I'm going to switch it and put it out of the way so it doesn't get dirty when I cook. And I'm going to put on my special mask for cooking. I had watermelon last week. Look what I have today, boys and girls. I have donuts. Yep, you can find masks in all sort of great designs, and we all need to wear them now. It is the law, and it's keeping everybody safe and healthy, and that's what I want all of you to be. And we're going to do some healthy cooking. Popcorn is a great snack. I used microwave popcorn, which isn't the healthiest. You can make popcorn with kernels in a jar on your stovetop. You can make popcorn in an air popper. There's a lot of ways to make popcorn, and any of those ways is fine. But before I start having fun with my popcorn, what do I have to do? I have to wash my hands, right? So I'm going to step over here to the sink, get my hands soapy, get them nice and clean. I'm not singing, but I'm singing in my head for the 20 seconds. And I'm getting my paper towel. And I'll put that aside to throw out when I clean up later. Now the fun part. We're going to get poppin'. All right? By the way, I'll show you at the end, like I do every episode, where you can get the recipes for the mixes that I'm making today. I'm not making all the mixes on this sheet, and I'm actually making one that isn't on this sheet. All right, we're making 2 savory types. Savory, my budding chefs, in case you didn't know, means it's not sweet, it's savory. It's more of a meal. So a savory flavor would be salty, whereas a sweet flavor would be sugary, right? Or chocolate would be a sweet flavor. But we're going to do a couple of savory flavors, and we're going to do a sweet flavor at the end. We might even do 2, depending on how much time we have. So our first popcorn, you can call it pizza, you can call it Italiano. I think Italiano, excuse me, I have to pull it up and keep my nose covered. I think Italiano sounds a little fancier than pizza, so I'm going with Italiano. And the recipe tells you, and I'm going to tell you, you can use olive oil, especially for the savory recipes. For the sweet recipe, you may want to use a cooking spray like this one. This is a non-dairy cooking spray. So if you've got dairy issues in your family, this is really great. And of course, olive oil is non-dairy too, so they're both good options for not doing butter. There's no butter in any of my popcorn mixes today. So I'm going to use the olive oil, and I'm just going to drizzle it on top here. Make sure it's kind of coating the top layer of your popcorn. And then I'm going to shake it up, make sure everything is coated in olive oil before I put on my dry ingredients. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to add, oh, not that side, that'd be too fast. I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese. And I'm going to shake the bag as I add it. I think that's good. Then I'm going to add some oregano. Then I'm going to add some basil. There's my basil lid. Oh, it's a little loose. Ooh, let's tighten it up. Okay. Shake it while you're pouring it. Okay. Oh, this smells so good. I wish you could smell it through the screen. It smells so good. Hopefully you'll make this at home, or maybe you're making it with me right now, which is awesome. And so I think I've got it. I've got my basil, my oregano, my Parmesan cheese, and my olive oil. You know what? I'm going to add my own ingredient because I really think garlic will be good in this. Kind of like a garlic bread flavor. All right. And that is my Italiano popcorn mix. Let me try it. I'll have to take off my mask so I can try it. Hi. I know, totally changes your look, right? Mmm. So good. Now, since I just put my hands in my mouth, I gotta go back to the sink. All right, now I'm ready for flavor number 2. Now, a couple weeks ago, we made ranch dressing, didn't we? We made ranch dressing. Today, we're going to make ranch popcorn mix, and I'm going to use the olive oil again. Pour it on as I shake. You can't really shake with the olive oil. It's a little too messy, I think. But you can pour it on and then shake it. So for ranch, the most important ingredient, just like I said for the ranch dressing we made, is the dill. And you just eyeball it. I'm not giving exact measurements. You just eyeball it. So there's the dill. Then some pepper. Ooh. Oh, my pepper isn't open. Oh, no, it is. There we go. So I've got the dill. I've got the pepper. I've got the garlic powder. Oh, nice and garlicky. And the onion powder. And now we've got our ranch popcorn. And I'm going to save it till the end to taste it because I'd have to wash my hands again. And I'd rather make one more kind before I do that. Well, I guess I should wash. You know what? I'm going to taste it anyways because I got to wash my hands anyways. Because I've been touching the bag and stuff. Very ranchy. If you're a ranch fan, that is good. I have friends who put ranch on everything, so they would love this. And really, it's all about the dill. So The dill has a very strong flavor, so you want to use maybe a little to start, see what you think. You may want to add a little more, just like I did with the ranch dressing last week. Going back to wash my hands again. Okay. Now we've done two savory types. We've done an Italian and we've done a ranch. Now we're going to sweeten things up. One of my favorite things is cherry pie. I don't know if all of you out there enjoy cherry pie, but I love it. And it's a really summery kind of pie. So I thought it was a perfect flavor to do for our popcorn. So I got my popcorn here. And because I don't want it to have a savory flavor, because it's a sweet popcorn mix, I'm going to use this ghee cooking spray, not to give an advertisement, but you can use any cooking spray. I've never used this kind before, but it does work good. You're going to want to spray it on your corn. And then shake it all around. And then I've got some dried cherries. They may not stick right to your popcorn kernels. You might have to dig them up to get them in a bite with your popcorn. But they're still a nice addition. So we got our cherries. Then we've got our cinnamon, just like we're baking a cherry pie. We got our cinnamon. One of my colleagues says, how can you put cinnamon on popcorn? That is just insane. I personally like cinnamon on popcorn, but it's totally up to you. You can leave out the cinnamon altogether if it's a little too strong for you. Finally, I'm using powdered sugar instead of regular sugar, as the recipe tells you. Regular sugar tends not to coat as well, but powdered sugar coats evenly, and then it doesn't all fall to the bottom. So we'll sprinkle a little in here. All right, give it a shake. All right. Now, I'm going to take my mask off again and see what I think of my cherry. I got to get a cherry in it with it too. Got to dig a cherry up. Oh, I got one. Oh, the cherry, the tartness of the cherry, and the spiciness of the cinnamon and the sweetness of the powdered sugar work so well together. It's almost like you're eating a piece of cherry pie. You'll see that on my bags, I put the date and the name of the recipe. Ooh, let me get the mask back on. You might not be able to see it, but I put the name of my recipe and the date. You can keep these popcorn mixes for quite a while if you keep them in an airtight bag or container. Just put them in your cupboard with your chips or whatever your snacks, your pretzels, whatever snack food you eat. And these will last probably as much as 2 to even 3 weeks. I've had a popcorn snack mix in my drawer for about, I don't know, a couple weeks now, and it still tastes good because I make sure, just make sure your cover on your lid or your bag zipper is very tight, and it will stay fresh for quite some time. So I'm looking at my timer, and we're already at 14 minutes. So I'm not going to do my fourth kind, but it is in the recipe here. So, because I was going to do a hot chocolate. The hot chocolate isn't here, but the s'more is, and they're pretty similar. I was just going to use hot chocolate mix and cinnamon. So you can certainly do that, and your cooking spray. So you can certainly do that. I'm just going to skip it because we don't quite have time. So finally, I'm going to come over here so you can figure out, because I know you want all these great recipes. So let me put it up. That's where you want to go for the recipes. So all of my friends out there, all of my regular Southfield patrons, all of my librarian friends who've been tuning in, library staff, It has been a pleasure. I've had so much fun. It's been such an adventure because I was very scared when I started this. And you know what? It's really been a lot of fun. Please make sure that you join me for story time on Thursday. We'll have another fabulous story, some music, nursery rhyme, a craft, lots of fun. So join us Thursday at 11:15 a.m. I'll look forward to seeing some of you out there. Well, I won't really see you, but kind of. And also, Fridays, I won't even try to say the creature that was this week because I would mess it up. But see what? It was some type of creature that disappeared in water. It was really neat. So see what you can make next week. See what the creature is next week and imagine your menagerie. So tune into Facebook on Friday and there will be a new creature for you to come up with your own using materials around your house. On that note, this is Foodie Fanatic and Librarian Shari saying, get your imagination